Hi, parents. Hi, teachers. I'm Julie Skolnick from withunderstandingcomescalm.com. And I've prepared this video for you to talk about how to talk about being gifted and or twice exceptional with your children or your students. Now, you can decide whether you want to watch this video and then translate it and talk about it with your kids on your own or your students, or you can watch the video with them, or after reviewing the video, you can let them watch it on their own. It's up to you. But this is meant to be a tool to help you talk with your kids or your students about their own gifted or 2E profile. So here we go. Hi, I'm Julie Skolnick from withunderstandingcomescalm.com. Behind me is Tigger, my standard poodle. And I'm here to talk to you about what it means to be gifted or twice exceptional. So first of all, I want you to understand about diversity, right? You probably have heard that word before. It means that on this planet, there are just a lot of different types of people. And in fact, there are different kinds of brains. Different parts of the brain communicate with each other in different ways. Some parts are stronger, other parts communicate faster. And depending on the makeup and the neurology of your brain has some superpowers that it can do pretty easily, and maybe other things that don't come as easily. So when we hear the word gifted, actually some grown-ups have a hard time with that word. So you might hear some pushback, or some people question that term gifted. You might hear somebody say, all children are gifted, or all children have gifts. And the truth is, all children might have gifts, but that does not make them gifted. This is different. This is neurologically different. So think of yourself as like having a big antenna, or being a big antenna, like you're a spy. You see, you hear, you feel everything around you. And you might have really big feelings, happy, excited, or sad, or angry. And you might feel all these feelings in your body, and there may not be a lot of in-between feelings. This can be really exhausting and tiring for you, and sometimes it can be tiring and exhausted for the people around you who don't actually experience the world in this same incredible, amazing way. You might think of yourself as a vacuum cleaner. You know how sometimes vacuum cleaners are really weak, and no matter how many times you push it over the thing, it doesn't suck it up? Well, then there are those vacuum cleaners that seem to be able to suck up everything from like a 5-mile radius around. Okay, I'm kidding, not that much. But you are like one of those vacuums that notices, picks up, gets, even maybe brings toward yourself lots and lots of things. Or maybe you want to think of yourself as a microphone, right? Have you ever been someplace where a microphone screeches really loudly? And then sometimes it's too soft and you can't hear. Look, Tigger didn't want to hear that microphone. So that sometimes can happen. You might be affected and hearing something at a level like a screechy microphone that other people are like, what's wrong? Or you might become that screechy microphone, and it's hard to turn the volume down. Things can occur to you really quickly. You can make decisions quickly sometimes. You can connect the dots of things and associate things quickly. And you wonder why other people aren't, or don't, or can't. Sometimes, in order to think, you need it to be quiet, because there's so many details that you're thinking about. When you understand something like that, it's really hard to wait around for others to catch up, and it makes you frustrated. Things that have to do with the 5 senses, touch, taste, hear, see, smell, they can affect you in a very big way. And it can either be pleasurable or actually painful. The texture of some foods, tags in your shirt, seams in your socks, or it might be really amazing to get carried away in music or petting Tigger for me, or other types of sensory input may make you feel really good or kind of bad. And then you might feel bad about things that don't actually have to do with you. You notice that a grown-up is talking to somebody in a way that seems disrespectful or mean, and actually you can feel the yucky feelings that go with that. Or maybe you walk into a room and you don't know why all of a sudden you're feeling a lot of overwhelming feelings. You're able to pick up on other people's feelings. You might find it really frustrating when someone asks you to stop doing something that you find very interesting. You may feel a lot of extra energy at times. You may feel like it's hard to stick to one topic because your brain wants to pay attention to a lot of different things at once. Or you might find it really hard to disengage from something because it's so interesting. You might feel forgetful because you were thinking about something else so deeply at the time that someone asked you a question or asked you to do something that you feel kind of forgetful or embarrassed. You might be a visual learner, an auditory learner. All of these things are a part of being gifted or twice exceptional. Here's what I want you to know. You're not alone, and your parents or your teachers are somebody you can talk to about this. The door is open for you to ask questions and to share observations. So I hope you will.